and I'll be happy to answer any questions after we're done. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Juan Perez, the Director of the Miami-Dade Police Department. I just want to provide you with a quick update of where we're at so far with the recovery of the bodies of these victims that are still underneath the bridge. Earlier this morning, finally our crews that were assisting us in this process were successful after hours and hours of incredible work that they've been doing. We're successful in removing 2 vehicles from under that rubbish. What I can tell you right now, we've discovered 3 bodies within those 2 vehicles. As the process it moves forward, every time that we remove a body, a victim, within the vehicles, the vehicle with the victims inside are being transferred to the medical examiner's office, and that's where the bodies will be removed from the vehicle and identified so that we can have 100% confirmation as to their identity, so we can bring some closure to the families. We obviously have an idea of who is in the vehicles and who those 3 individuals are. We have our chaplains and our victim advocates plugged into those families as this process continues, and hopefully later this morning we will be able to give them confirmation, 100% confirmation, that their victims have been recovered from this tragedy. Currently, we are working on the removal of 2 more vehicles. We're trying to accomplish those simultaneously, but we're going to try and move those vehicles out of the way and proceed throughout the day. We're hopeful that within the next 12 hours or so, we will have completed the mission, but no guarantees. It's going to be a long process. We've been saying that from the beginning because of the amount of weight and the size of the structure that is laying on top of these vehicles. You know, we're trying to do this also to salvage as much as possible of these vehicles, and obviously out of respect for the victims that are in there. So our personnel are doing this very carefully. The other part of it is, as these individuals, these victims are being brought out, we're paying them respect by a moment of silence, and we have our chaplains plugged into that process as well, and they're being escorted to the medical examiner's office so that the victims can have some dignity as they are transferred from location to location prior to the families gaining control of them. That's all we have at this moment. I'm not going to touch on the investigation, which is a parallel investigation that NTSB has. I think they're the perfect source and the right source to provide you with information as to what they're finding throughout their process. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Arthur Holmes Jr. I'm the Assistant Chief of Operations for Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. We will continue to assist our brothers and sisters for the police and all different agencies with removing the vehicle with our specialized team, our technical rescue team. They've been here tirelessly. My crews refuse to leave until we get the last 2 vehicles out of here. I'm available to answer any questions if need be. And I'll turn it over to the next person.
Joe Sanchez, Public Information Officer, Florida Highway Patrol. We emphasize on the importance of staying away from the area. We continue to keep 107 closed and 117 as we prepare for Monday rush hour traffic and students returning back to the university and the youth fair. We've taken additional steps to ensure that motorists traveling in the area have plenty of notice before you even get close here. We've added numerous digital signs throughout the area. We worked with MDX to provide signage on the highways, including the turnpike, making sure that all motorists that will be traveling in the area know that this area should be kept away from. We also ask the students, if they're coming to school, to carpool, and we're asking you to continue to work with us as we continue this investigation. Thank you.
Mark Rosenberg, President, Florida International University. Our condolences to the family members. We now are providing support at the Family Resource Center to the families, the loved ones. We're providing support for the first responders, and we're very grateful for all who are participating in the recovery. We appreciate their efforts, including the Red Cross that is helping us at the Family Resource Center. We are cooperating fully with the authorities in this investigation. Thank you.
We're now going to begin the Spanish portion of the update. Continue to hold your on behalf of the Office of Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Jiménez.
Muy buenos días, mi nombre es Stephanie Severino, trabajo en la oficina de comunicaciones del alcalde Carlos Jiménez. Como saben, él no se encuentra presente con nosotros, pero envía su más sentido pésame y sus más profundas condolencias a las familias de las víctimas. Él ha estado en constante comunicación y contacto y está al tanto de los desarrollos de este incidente a través de su vicealcalde Maurice Kemp, de su director del Departamento de Policía Juan Pérez, al igual que el Departamento de Bomberos. Lo que tenemos más reciente, la actualización es que temprano esta mañana, alrededor del amanecer, pudimos recuperar 2 vehículos y dentro de esos vehículos tenemos 3 víctimas. Desde el principio la prioridad fue poder recuperar a estas víctimas, trasladarlas al médico forense y dar de alguna forma clausura a las familias de estas víctimas. Esta es una investigación que continúa y que está en curso con varias agencias, entre ellas la Administración de la Seguridad y Salud Ocupacional, al igual que la Junta Nacional de la Seguridad del Transporte, al igual que el Departamento de Policía del Condado Miami-Dade. Nuevamente, todo el apoyo y la asistencia que las víctimas necesiten en nombre del alcalde Carlos Jiménez. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días, Felipe Lai, teniente, vocero de los bomberos de Miami-Dade County. Todavía continuamos a trabajar, a tratar de sacar los vehículos que todavía quedan aquí abajo de los escombros. Estamos utilizando nuestros equipos especializados, también con nuestros equipos rescatistas especializados para sacar esos vehículos. Gracias a Dios pudimos sacar 2 esta mañana y continuamos a trabajar con nuestras agencias en colaboración para terminar esta operación. Gracias.
Joe Sánchez, vocero del Departamento de Carretera del Estado de la Florida. El mensaje se le sigue mandando a los conductores que por favor hagan todo lo posible para no conducir en esta área. La información que le damos es que la 107 Avenida en este momento sigue cerrada hasta la 117 para nosotros proteger la acera de la investigación. También le pedimos a los estudiantes y a todas las personas que se preparan para el lunes viajar a su trabajo y los que vienen a la universidad, que tengan un plan de acción, que quizás salgan temprano, y también lo que hemos trabajado con varias organizaciones para poner más letreros en el área, indicándole a los conductores estos letreros electrónicos, diciéndole que por favor se mantenga a distancia y dándole una ruta alternativa para que se mantengan lejos de esta zona mientras nosotros seguimos con nuestra investigación. La cooperación es muy importante, esta es una tarea larga y esta carretera, lo que es la 107 Avenida hasta la 117, en la calle 8, una calle principal, estará cerrada por muchos días. Gracias.
Any questions for the Deputy Mayor, Ms. Severino?
Can anyone answer the victims that were found in the vehicles? Is that in addition to the current number of victims?
No, that's not in addition. That's a part of. Although we gave you a number, that number we expect might be fluid. So I'm not going to concentrate on the number at this time, but I will tell you that we retrieved 3 victims this morning.
So of the 6 that we know of, 3 are in that sense?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Has the number increased to 6 victims or is the same number, 6 fatal? Son 6 víctimas mortales hasta el momento, no cambió ese número.
So the 3, we anticipated we would have 3 with those 2 vehicles. But we're open-minded to the fact that we may find more victims than we initially projected. So you're asking, has that number increased? As of right now, we anticipated that we would have 3 victims in those 2 vehicles.
Hasta ahora el número de lo que esperábamos que se recuperarían esta mañana son 3 las víctimas, pero podemos tener la mente abierta, ¿no?, de que pueden encontrarse otras personas allá adentro. Pero lo que se esperaba esta mañana de esos 2 vehículos que se trasladaron al médico forense, 3 víctimas, ese número permanece, pero como sabemos eso puede cambiar la cifra que se dio originalmente.
¿Tenemos la identidad de esas víctimas?
Nosotros hemos recibido información de las familias, sin embargo, aunque valoramos lo que ustedes hacen de revelar las identidades, quisiéramos que el Departamento de Policía, antes de revelar la identidad, se comunique con las víctimas por una cuestión de dignidad y de darle ese momento que ellos se merecen antes de revelar la identidad de las víctimas.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the police director, Director Perez.
Any questions for me?
Mr. Perez, workers at the hospital being treated say that around 8 in the morning on Thursday, they heard a loud cracking sound coming from the bridge. So this happening in the morning on Thursday. There was a meeting at around 9:30 to talk about the crack on the bridge. As you investigate, is this part of the investigation? Did you hear that these workers are saying there was a loud cracking sound Thursday morning?
Yeah, that's all part of the investigation. We're hearing the same things. Obviously, you know, you guys get it, we get it as well. And that's a part of the investigation. And really what it's critical for is for NTSB, who are the experts, right? The engineers that are out here working to identify what the cause was. So with OSHA and NTSB, they're gathering all this information, the videos that are floating out there as well. You know, we're thankful that you guys post them. Shoot them to us if you can. If you get videos that you know that we don't have, we'd like to have them as well, maybe in a CD format or thumb drive or something, so we could give it to NTSB. And they're looking at all those, not only all the statements that are being given, but all those videos, which will be critical in the assessment of what the cause was. So that will be part of it. As far as the victims, the question that was asked of the number, right? So under the bridge, we had given a number that potentially 5 individuals were under there, maybe more. So right now, what we have hands on is the person that passed in the hospital, and now we finally have 3 in our custody. So we have 4 individuals that we have that we have custody of. So that number is going to continue to grow. So what we're going to do is certainly at the end, when we're done, we're going to give you the exact number of fatalities, so there's no confusion.
How many more vehicles are under there, and what techniques are you guys using, fire rescue using, to move all that heavy concrete? What's the big challenge?
All right, let me do a Spanish one, and I'm going to get right back to you. En español, sabemos que la información que ustedes están reportando sobre las acusaciones o alegaciones que habían, tú sabes, un meeting, una cita que hubo ese día, toda esa información es parte de la investigación. Entonces lo que le pedimos a ustedes también es cuando ustedes reciban esos videos, que usted sepa que nosotros no los tenemos, que los manden copia de los videos, esos también, para nosotros dárselo a NTSB y a OSHA, que está haciendo la investigación principal sobre la causa. Y eso nos va a ayudar a nosotros porque estamos también investigando al mismo tiempo, pero ahora nosotros estamos involucrados en todavía recuperando esos cuerpos que están debajo de puente y ellos están haciendo su investigación sobre la causa. Entonces eso es el proceso, toda la información que ustedes han oído y que leen, nosotros leemos también el periódico, todo eso nos está ayudando a nosotros para dárselo a las autoridades que van a investigar eso. And if you could repeat that, sir, one more time.
Yeah, so how many more vehicles are under there, and what techniques are you guys using to try and remove that concrete to get to it? And I assume that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, so we believe that still that underneath, completely buried under there was 6 vehicles. Doesn't mean that every single vehicle had somebody in it. So we've removed 2. We're trying to tackle 2 more, and you know, so the methods are anything that comes up, right? Because there's nothing that we can use to lift that because it's too much weight. And right now some of the pieces are unstable, so it's just going to break apart. So right now we're just chipping away, trying to lift, a combination of things. We have contractors that are working with our fire department to accomplish this.
One more question, ma'am.
How difficult a process is it going to be to identify these bodies?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
How difficult a process is it going to be to positively identify the body?
It depends on the conditions on the body, ma'am. So we have other means to identify as well through fingerprints, DNA. So it is going to be, sometimes it's going to be a very difficult process. So right now we're encountering. Sí, va a ser bastante difícil identificarlos, pero nosotros tenemos metas para poder identificar que no solamente por fotografía, pero sino usando tecnología, las huellas, DNA y otras metas que tenemos para identificar las personas.
Fire guys, please.
Just that part about identifying the victims, that's going to be in English.
I thought. Okay, yeah. So basically, what we're doing is we're using, if we can identify the victims through photographs and you know, that type of identification, we have other means that includes DNA and fingerprinting. So,
okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Let fire speak so we can move on. Okay, please.
If you have any questions, Far?
Yeah, clarification about the cars, because we were hearing that there were 8 cars underneath. At least, is it 6? And then the 2 removed, that includes 8. How many cars in total were underneath the original 2 that were removed?
There's 8 in total, right?
2
are protruding.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we get the numbers.
So we had a total of 8 cars that were entrapped in one way or another.
Okay.
Of the 8, 6 of them were significantly entangled. A couple of them were the front end or the back end, and that's a less difficult extrication. So we did have 8 cars that were trapped initially.
Now there's 4 remaining.
There are 6 cars,
6 remaining.
but 2 of them are very difficult to extract. The others are less difficult.
4. 4.
Yeah, 4. I'm sorry, 4 are very difficult. 2 are less difficult.
Sí, en este momento lo que tenemos son varios carros que fueron atrapados abajo de los escombros del puente. 2 fueron sacados esta mañana y todavía faltan 6 carros más. 4 carros ahí adentro que todavía están bastante significantes atrapados. Entonces eso va a demorar tiempo. Entonces también hay otros carros que no son tan atrapados.
Muchas personas se están preguntando, o sea, para que mastícame esto, por favor, como si fuera un idiota. ¿Por qué se ha demorado tanto? ¿Cuán difícil ha sido este proceso de recuperación?
Buena pregunta. La parte difícil de este tipo de incidente es que esto es nueva construcción. Entonces, con esto también a desconstruir, vamos a decir, yo no sé cómo se dice en español, pero para sacar los escombros hay ciertos riesgos que existen también por esta nueva construcción. Entonces, eso es la demora. Entonces, esto no es construcción así de lo normal.
¿Es cierto que las columnas de los lados pueden estar inestables y caer y por eso han tardado un poquito más?
Me imagino que sí, eso es algo que nosotros estamos trabajando con NTSB y OSHA para asegurar que nosotros rescatistas no están...
¿En cuánto tiempo creen que terminen de sacar esos 4 autos que son los más difíciles?
Lo más antes posible, estamos tratando de sacar esos vehículos, pero ese tiempo cambia, quizás en varios días, pero es un poco difícil para determinar un número exacto.
Any other questions? The PIOs will be here. Is that by you?
Mr. Rosenberg? Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rosenberg, can you please address the voicemail that was left? And was there due diligence on the part of all the engineers relaying the info to EPSCOT? What do you make of that?
Well, at this moment, because of the ongoing investigation, I'm not going to speculate or comment. There will be an appropriate moment when this information is clear as a consequence of the investigation. Thank you. Thank you.
¿Ha tenido la oportunidad de comunicarse con el Departamento de Transporte?
Thank you, guys. They really got to get back to work, the team that's out there on this site. Our PIOs will remain here for any other questions you guys may have. We appreciate your guys' cooperation, and we'll let you know if and when there's going to be another briefing today. Thank you.